Hey guys, welcome to number 5 of the Derby Career Mode Live, and to start off this episode we have got the game against Wolverhampton, but we've literally just ended the transfer window and we've got two transfer offers here, one in for Matthew Vydra and one in for Craig Forsyth from Norwich and QPR for Vydra. I don't understand why clubs would go, as soon as the window closes, quick we need to get them, but clearly Vydra's worth quite a bit, between 3 and 4.5 million. The problem is I just value him too much. I think he's too important at the moment. He's currently got 5 goals in 4 games, something like that. Forsyth, in a way I would be tempted because he's only on 12 months left, but as we only have one left back in Max Lowe, we probably do need him for backup. Transfer offer here for Keller Roos. I think I'd be more than happy to accept that. We don't need him. He's not going to be growing in ratings, so I'm going to be accepting that straight up. I think that's a very good price. 250k value. He's actually on 12 months left as well, so better to get the $250,000 now than potentially lose him in January. Before we go into this game against Wolves, what we're going to do is actually set up a scout in our youth staff, as it is one of our objectives for the season. And I think we'll go for this Ewan Nicholson guy. He's got the best rating, obviously. 5-star experience and 4-star judgment. 2.4 million, and I think that's a fair price. It does leave us with 10 million left. The thing is though, what do we need to scout? That's the question. So what I'm going to do is send him to Italy to find a goalkeeper. We're only going to do it for 3 months, as we should get plenty of options by the end of that. I think goalkeeper is an area we do need to look to improve, and the funny thing is that return date is actually my birthday. That's kind of coincidental, but nevertheless, we're going to go to this next game against Wolves now. It is at home. Obviously we lost in real life, and at the moment we're on 10 points after 4 games, 3 victories, 1 draw, 0 losses. Hopefully we can keep up that unbeaten run. Wolverhampton are... whereabouts are Wolves? They're 11th, so mid-table. They've only won 1 game, but they're unbeaten as well. They've actually drawn 3 and won 1. So for some reason we're still in the international break, and this fixture has been placed in the international break, which shouldn't happen. I don't know why EA have done that. Clearly they just don't know how football works. So we're going to have to play a bit of a weaker team. We've got no Martin Keogh and a couple of others we'll have to have a look in a moment. I think Lawrence is one of them as well, and we'll give them their orange kit, and it's going to be a bit of a weaker team, but we've still got the opportunity to play a few players that haven't had the most of first team football already. Into the game then against Wolves. It is a evening kick-off, of course. Let's have a quick look at their lineup. Obviously we've had to make a few changes. It'd be interesting to see how many they've had to make. Not that many. So I was expecting players like Ruben Neves, Costa, Jota, and a few others in the defence to be out on international duty. Clearly not, so we've kind of been shafted by EA with this fixture change, but we've still got a pretty decent team. We've obviously given Kera his debut against a very tough Wolves side, so it's going to be an interesting test for all the players, and hopefully we can get the 3 points. Find them here with the shot. Oh, just wide of the post. There it is, half-time against Wolves. It's not been the most effective of first halves. Obviously they're playing the 5 at the back like Sheffield United did. And like in that game, I think I'm going to change the formation to a 2-striker, because we did a little bit better in that game. Maybe even a 4-3-3. That might help, just to get that extra man in the middle. Andy Vyman, obviously against his former club. He was on loan at Wolves last season. Can he get a good delivery into Nugent? Yes, he can. It's gone wide though. 20 minutes to go. Bringing on Winnell for Vydra. Just see if he can get that goal that we need. Ball through for Baludli. Can he get a goal in his debut? Oh, he's just missed the post. Other side of the post, and that would have gone in. But we ended up with a 0-0 in the end. Not the most exciting games in the world, but when we do play against a 5 at the back, it's very difficult. Obviously when we did change to the 4-1-2-1-2, did a little bit better, but still couldn't get that goal we needed. Into the next game then against Hull City. Obviously we recently beat them 5-0, but at the moment they are top of the table, unbeaten in all their games as well. Obviously they've won 1 more instead of drawing. It's going to be a very tough game, so it's going to be a good test for us. Obviously one of the best teams in the league, and I don't think we're going to be able to beat them 5-0, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously a new feature this year, a bit more like, I don't know, like a proper game. Like they'll highlight a player that's doing well, and obviously Grisiski doing well for Hull, obviously going to be in their lineup. Got a couple of players coming against Hull then in this game. We've decided to put Tom Huddleston in for Thorne, and Forsyth in for Max Lowe. Did well in that last game, but the problem is he's not got the best of stamina at the moment. Also Lawrence in for Vyman on the left. As you can see again, that 5 at the back. They got Jackson Irvine playing centre back as well, quite an interesting one. Odebajo and Kingsley, Grzyski and Larson. Hernandez up front, obviously was injured. and Kevin Stewart and Mason in the middle. So again, we did struggle against that 5 at the back, so we may have to change to a 2-striker earlier than later to get the result we need. Obviously high scoring so far, Hull with 13 goals in 5 games. I think we've scored about 7 in our 5 so far, so pretty decent, but not quite as good, like even half what Hull have done. Ball goes in, Vidra's with the header, straight down David Marshall's throat. It's interesting that they've gone for Marshall over McGregor, obviously, because in real life they've gone for McGregor over Marshall, but I don't understand why they are still sticking with McGregor. Ball in, bit of space for Vidra, and he's got the goal we need. 25 minutes in, I think just like in real life, it was around that minute, and Vidra scored the goal to kick off the game against Hull. Good to see we're doing well from set pieces as well. Really have struggled from corners so far this year. Bit of space for Vidra, and he's found the back of the net. End of the first half then, as you can see, we've dominated Hull. They haven't had a single shot on target so far. Not the best of pass accuracy at 86, but it's alright. We've got the goal, and that's all we really need. Vidra, nice turn it into Martin with the shot. It's off the crossbar. Could have done with this second goal because it'll just kill off the game. It's a bit like Hull have got a very good counter-attacking team, so we could get caught out at any moment. Free kick here to Hull, about 15 minutes to go as well. Obviously Seb Larson, the decent set piece taker. Not so good at taking penalties, of course, but still on the attack here. We have blocked in, it's out for a corner. That's a really good ball into Vidra. He's hit the post, and I don't know how. I'm not too sure. I think that's Johnny Russell there. Just let the ball run past him when he could have put it in the open net. But we're going to take a long shot here with Lawrence. Just wide. 10 minutes to go. Should be able to hold on, hopefully. A really good run here from Johnny Russell. Can he get the goal, though, to finish off the game? Yes, he can. 3 points. Not as convincing of, obviously, as real life, where we won 5-0. But it was a very tough game. Obviously, the 5 at the back we are struggling against, but we've at least managed to score 2 goals in this game and win against top of the league. And there we go, full time against Hull City, 2-0 in the end. Obviously, nice to see Johnny Russell get himself on the score sheet. Vidra again, just running the show. As you can see, they've only had 1 shot, and we had 15. Well, they had 2 shots, we had 15. But yeah, that 5 at the back defensively very good, but eventually when you do break it down, you win the game. Unfortunately, the agreement terms couldn't be reached with Calarus and Gillingham. Bit of a shame because it would have been nice to have that money, but at the same time, it's really not a lot. But as you can see, we are top of the table. Now it's a matter of how long we can stay there for. If we can stay there until the end of the season, absolutely fantastic. We almost lost against Sheffield United, I think, in the, not last episode, but the episode before that. There is a bit of a fitness issue, so I may make a few changes, and yeah, we'll have to see. Looking at the Ipswich team then, they've gone for a 4-4-2. Hopefully we can break it down a little bit easier than those 5 at the backs. Obviously they're doing quite well in real life, Ipswich, at the moment. Obviously Freddie Shears and Goldrick up front. Rowan Ward out wide, Adeyemi and Scouse in the midfield. Chambers, Webster in the defence, and yeah, I'm not going to try and say that goalkeeper's name because we just don't want to do that. Had to put Jamie Hansen at right back, Wisdom a bit low on fitness, and George Thorne coming in for Huddleston, who you literally you can play 1 game with Huddleston, but then after that you have to rest him for a game because his stamina's like 39. Obviously Tom Lawrence playing against his former club. He was on loan there and kind of made himself at the club. Very poor tackle there, I think it was from Scouse. Should have potentially been a booking, I think. It was from behind. But we've got the free kick 37 yards out. We're going to just lay it off to Lawrence, see if we can pull one off. Just wide of the post. Ball into the box here, into Freddie Shears, now into Lowe. And it's nutmegged Carson and gone into the back of the net. Not the start we were looking for. Obviously Ipswich with that 4-4-2. Got that 2-striker up front. It just broke up our defence very easily there. And yeah, they found themselves in the lead. Max Lowe, his pace, it's just one of them things. Like, if he had 5 more pace there, he probably would have scored. Carson maybe could have done a bit better. That's the one thing I'm a bit concerned about. It just went through his legs. You would have thought maybe he would have saved that, but Rose kicked off the scoreline 15 minutes in, and now we're going to come back. Really good passing play from Ipswich, and in the end Carson's had to make a pretty decent save. It was kind of down the middle, but we're really struggling against Ipswich. They seem to be passing this ball around very nicely. Lawrence has gone past a couple of men here. Can he get the finish though? Ridiculously good tackle there. I think it was from Chambers. Like, I thought that was going to go in, but he managed to get that last ditch challenge in. And we found it very difficult in this first half. Pull back here from McGoldrick. Oh, I don't know how that didn't go in. I thought that was back of the net there. Vidra here on the ball. Can he get the goal? Yes, he can. Beautiful goal from the Czech to make it 1-1 in this game. We really have struggled until that moment. But again, Matej Vidra, I think it's about his 5th goal this season now. Good tackle from Lawrence. Nice back heel from Martin to create the chance. And pretty decent finish. Maybe the keeper could have done a little bit better. And that is his 4th. But I think he got a couple in the EFL Cup as well. Carabao Cup, anyway. Here we go into Russell. Really good save from their keeper. I don't know what his name is. It's like Bliowski or something. There it is, and 1-1 draw in the end. Not the best of ways to end off this episode in terms of fixtures, but we didn't do the best, to be honest. Obviously, Ipswich a lot of possession, 59, and more shots. They probably did deserve the win. They could have easily done it, to be fair. So we still can't approach Joe Ledley, but hopefully in the January transfer window we can do that. I don't really want to spend the time having to restart the career mode again. Get the same players out of the club. That's the one area that's very difficult when you do restart a career mode, is actually moving the players out, because if nobody wants them, then nobody's going to take them. So it's almost like, it's just probably best to wait till January. It's only going to be a matter of 3 or 4 episodes, I reckon. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. We're still unbeaten in the league. You can't deny how well we're doing performance-wise. We just need to turn some of those draws into victories, and we probably would have been quite clear of the league. But nevertheless, hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. Make sure you do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.